Everyone, happy Thursday and welcome to another beautiful morning and start to the day with our yoga flow sequence. So today we're going to be really focusing on opening up the lower part of our body more, especially because on Tuesday we focused on some really deep, beautiful holds to strengthen up the thighs and the lower body. And I'm going to be taking you guys through some new poses today as well, just so that we can gradually start to build up our practice. So with this morning, we are going to be starting in a nice seated position on our sit bones to open up the side of the body. And before we go into our movement, we're going to close down our eyes and connect into our breath and do a quick body scan just to really become aware of how we're feeling this morning and start to powerfully set our intention for the rest of the day. Because how we start our morning in the first couple of hours upon waking, yoga is a beautiful way to introduce mindfulness into our day and to start to bring forth a positive mindset and really take back charge, take back the reins of our day. So I invite us to close down our eyes, just placing your hands. We've got some beautiful birds around us this morning, placing your hands on your thighs and just starting to give your body permission to start to relax and soften. As we take a nice deep breath in through the nose, filling up from the very bottom of the belly, filling up that balloon into the top of the ribs and the lungs, and just hold slightly for that breath retention. And then a nice long exhalation through the mouth with a sigh. We're going to do 2 more of these deep breaths, filling in from the bottom of the belly, in through the nose, up into the ribs, up into the lungs, as high as we can, filling up, holding at the top. And a nice long deep exhalation through the mouth, letting it all go. Beautiful. Let's find one last breath here as we inhale from the bottom of the stomach, filling up that balloon all the way up through the diaphragm, into the top of the chest, and holding here to 3 counts, 2, and let's allow our body to relax and soften on the exhale. Beautiful work, guys. Keeping our eyes closed and just tuning into our normal breath. I want to invite us now to just start to notice how our body is feeling this morning. As we start to breathe in and out through our nose, inviting us now to send the breath all the way down into the stomach. So here we can place our hand on our stomach if we need to. As we inhale, feeling the belly rise. And as we exhale, feeling the belly fall. As we inhale, feeling the belly rise gently. And as we exhale, feeling the belly fall gently. Beautiful. Continuing with the regular movement of our breath. For today's practice, we're going to be bringing a very strong awareness into our breath. Noticing throughout the practice where we may disconnect from the breath, we may come back into the mind and wander off of our mat. And just know that this is perfect, and the more that we catch these thoughts and the more that we bring ourselves back into the present moment, the more we're able to remain calm. So now just doing a quick body scan, starting from the crown or the skull of the head. And as we breathe in, just imagining this light is starting to slowly go down the body, starting from the head, down into the jaw, and just noticing any blockages or tightnesses as we put our bodies through a bit of an x-ray through our minds. Going down through the shoulders, the chest, the stomach, and just becoming aware of any tightnesses or blockages in the body. And down to the hips, the thighs, all the way down into the feet. And just bringing into our awareness, bringing into our practice the tenderness and compassion for any tightness that we may be experiencing today, and giving ourselves permission to be gentle with our body or else today our practice might look a little bit more intense and we're really wanting to focus on building up more heat in the body. Taking a breath in through the nose, deep into the belly, and a long deep exhalation. Slowly opening the eyes as we hold the awareness of how our body is feeling and moving into our practice with how our body and how we're choosing to flow this morning. So as we take our left hand first, we're going to inhale, bring our left hand all the way up to the sky. We're going to exhale, reach and lean slightly over towards the side. We can place the right hand down if we need to, and we can drop down to the elbow as well if our flexibility enables us to. So in this stretch, let's ensure that we're pressing the left hip down into the mat. A lot of the time we can roll up on the hip. So let's ensure that we're nice and firm on both of the sit bones and drawing the left hip down. Breathing into the tightness that we're feeling in our side body. And as we exhale, we're going to slowly lower the arm back down towards the side. And as we inhale, we're going to flow with the other side. Reaching the right hand up. Exhale, reaching across to the side body. Again, ensuring that we're pressing our right hip softly down into the mat to create an even more long stretch out through the base of the hip up into the shoulder. Sending the breath into the side of the body. And as we exhale, slowly coming back to center. As we inhale, we're going to bring our left hand, place it on our right knee. Our right hand sits behind our tailbone. Reach and lengthen through the spine. As we exhale, we're going to send our head first around to the right shoulder, followed by the rib cage, and lastly through the stomach. And as we inhale, we're going to allow the head to come back towards the center, untwisting the body through the chest and the stomach, allowing the hands to swap sides now. Right hand on left knee, left hand behind the body. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, twisting our head first, followed by our chest, looking over the left shoulder, followed by our stomach. And as we inhale, unwinding the body from top to bottom again. Beautiful. On our next inhale, we're going to reach both the hands up towards the sky, and we're going to clamp the hands together and reach and press the hands away from the body, noticing any tightness or discomfort in the shoulders. Taking a deep breath in here. As we exhale, we're going to lower the right hand, and we're going to go through that one more time. Inhale, reach high towards the sky. Exhale, allowing the body to come over, pressing the left hip into the mat. Inhale here deeply into the belly, being mindful of the breath. Exhale to reach just that little bit further. Inhale, allowing the body to come back to the center, raising the right hand, reach. Exhale, leaning over to the side, pressing the right hip down into the mat. Inhale into the center of the body. Exhale, stretching through those fingers just that little bit further if we can. Inhale, slowly coming back up towards the center, coming into our spinal twist. Exhale, left hand on right knee, right hand behind tailbone. Inhale, lengthen the spine. Exhale, twisting, leading with the head first. The eyes gaze over the right shoulder, starting to allow a nice gentle spinal twist through the thoracic spine here. One last inhale here to lengthen. Exhale, slowly unwind the body, starting with the head, the chest, the belly, coming into the opposite side. Right hand is on the left knee, left hand is behind the tailbone. Inhale to lengthen the spine. Exhale to twist the head over the left shoulder, followed by the chest. Coming into that nice deep spinal thoracic twist for our morning. Inhale here into the stomach. Exhale, slowly guiding our body back towards the center. Clamping the hands in the middle. Inhale, reaching up towards the sky. Noticing the tightness in the shoulders may have relieved slightly, or they could still be just as tight like mine are this morning. Breathing in deeply here into the belly. As we exhale, allowing the hands to fall down away to the side. Beautiful work, guys. We're going to slowly come across to our knees now. We're going to come into our child's pose position. So the toes are going to be touching, knees are open, walking the hands out as far as we can and allowing the hips to sink back into the hips, into the heels. And just allowing your head to rest down on the mat now. Beautiful, guys. Taking a nice deep breath in here. And as we exhale, allowing and giving our body permission to soften. We're preparing our hips by opening them up before we go into sun salutations for this morning. So as we breathe into our belly, we want to bring awareness to how our stomach rises, feeling it rise on the thighs. And as we exhale, noticing that subtle shift as the body softens. As we inhale, walking our fingers a little bit further forward towards the end of the mat. As we exhale, drawing the shoulders down into the hips and noticing how that opens up the chest just that little bit more. One last inhalation here into the stomach. As we exhale, allowing the hips to sink in into the mat just a little bit more, noticing them open up, any tightness. And now before we shift forward into our tabletop position, again, bringing back to our intention. Our intention of our practice today is to use our breath to guide our body. So noticing the different subtle movements of the body, how they may shift the breath and how the breath may shift how the body's feeling. On our next inhalation, we're going to slowly pull our body forward onto all fours, to our tabletop position. So hands are under shoulders, knees are under hips, toes are pointed. Pressing through all 5 points, gently pressing the shoulders up away and drawing the shoulders down and back, creating a nice neutral spine. Coming into our cat-cow sequence. So as we inhale, we're going to arch through the spine first, drawing the tailbone up into the ceiling as we're opening up through the heart. As we exhale, rolling the tailbone first, tucking the tailbone under, drawing the belly up to the spine, chin to chest. Inhale, coming into our opposite movement, opening up through the heart, lowering the belly down towards the floor. Exhale, rolling the spine one vertebrae at a time, tucking the chin in, opening up to the shoulder blades. Inhale, opening up through the heart, rolling through the spine, tailbone is high towards the sky, shaking that booty. Nice work, guys. Exhale, rolling the tail down, tucking the chin into the chest. So I invite you now to find your own flow. So inhale, we open. Exhale, we contract. Inhale, we open the body, coming into some little movements, rolls of the hips, the shoulders, if that feels good for us this morning. Exhale, we tuck the chin into the chest. Really allowing your breath to guide your body this morning, breathing and sending the breath into the stomach and the diaphragm. Closing down the eyes if that feels good to allow us to connect into how our body is feeling this morning. Allowing the body to move, any blockages, any tightnesses. Beautiful. As we find one last breath in here, coming back into our tabletop position. I'm going to do some core work now, starting to heat up the mid-center of the body. So staying in our tabletop position. I invite us to really bring our awareness to those little subtle muscles that we don't pay a lot of attention to. So all the little muscles around the shoulders and underneath the arms here on top of the lats. So to activate these, we want to press with all 5 fingers of the hands up into the sky. We want to draw the shoulder blades down into the hip sockets. So as we inhale here, we're going to extend our left arm, followed by our right leg. Beautiful. Exhale, hold. Inhale, breathe, find balance. Exhale, slowly return back to center. So we're finding 2 breaths on the hold. Inhale, swapping sides. Right hand extends, left leg kicks back. Good. Exhale, hold. Inhale, squeeze and draw the navel up. Find the balance. Exhale, slowly return back to center. Beautiful. Continuing with this movement as we inhale, extend. Exhale, hold and squeeze. Draw the shoulder blade down. Inhale, find the fire in the core. Exhale, slowly return back to center, using our breath to control the movement. Inhale, opposite sides. Exhale, hold and squeeze. Inhale, find our balance and our center. Exhale, slowly returning back to center. Inhale, opposing side, left arm forward, right arm back. Exhale, hold. Inhale, finds the fire in our belly. Exhale, slowly returning back to center. Beautiful. Continuing with this movement at our own pace. Using the breath to guide the body. Inhale, breathe. Exhale, slowly returning back to center. As we go into our final side now, inhale, extend, reaching to the arms. Exhale, finding that balance. Inhale, breathe into the belly. Exhale, slowly release back to center. Nice work, guys. As we tuck our toes under now, we're going to position our hands so that we're ready to press into our first downward facing dog. So press into all 5 points of the fingers, ensuring the shoulders are drawn down and back, bending at the knees, pushing the hips back high towards the sky, coming into our first downward dog. And just walking out our dog, allowing any tightness in the hamstrings to be present. Eyes are gazing at the toes. If we're feeling our hamstrings are quite tight here, bend at the knees and push the hips high. Drawing those shoulder blades down and back. Taking a deep breath in here. As we exhale, bend at the knees, eyes gaze forward, step or jump the feet forward into our forward fold. Taking a deep breath into the belly, bringing our awareness back into our breath. Finding stillness as we exhale. Allow the body to flop forward. Inhale again here into the stomach and the belly. Exhale, allowing any tension in the arms to fall away. On our next inhalation, we're going to come into a halfway lift now. So hands on the shins, the knees, or tucked into the elbows. Drawing through the spine, shoulders down and back. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift, neutral spine. Imagine we've got a broomstick from the base of our spine, balancing all the way through to the crown of the head. Exhale, forward fold. Final one here. Inhale, halfway lift. Bending at the knees. Continue to raise all the way up into our mountain pose. Hands at the top in a prayer position. Slight back bend if we feel. Exhale, bringing our hands back down into our mountain pose. As we inhale, bring the hands all the way up to the sky. Exhale, bending at the knees, hinging the hips back. Come into our forward fold. Coming all the way down now, hands are going to place flat on the ground as we step both of the feet back and find our high plank. Beautiful. Inhale here as we exhale, pressing through all 5 points of the hands, pressing the shoulder blades away, coming all the way up into our tippy toes. Now dropping to our knees if we need to. Inhale. Exhale, we're going to come into our chaturanga as we bring the elbows as close to the ribs as we can. We're going to come all the way down towards the ground. Inhale, taking the hands slightly away. We're going to bring the forearms flat on the ground as we peel the upper body gently off the mat into our cobra. Drawing the shoulder blades down and back. Exhale to lower back down. Inhale again, peeling the body up off the floor. Squeeze the shoulder blades, relax the lower back. Exhale, release. Finding 2 more. Inhale, squeeze. Exhale, release. 1 more here. Inhale, squeeze the shoulder blades. Exhale, lower. Hands come back to the mat. Engaging through our abdominals, finding the fire. Inhale into the stomach. Exhale, pressing up with strength and finding our tabletop, our downward facing dog. Beautiful. Finding our breath. Eyes gaze at the toes. On our next inhale, we're going to reach our left leg up towards the sky. As we exhale, bring the left knee in towards the left elbow and hold. Squeeze. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Kick the leg back. Exhale, driving the knee into the elbow. Hold. 1 more time. Inhale, 3-legged dog. Exhale, driving the knee in towards the elbow. Inhale here. Find strength, stillness. Exhale, bringing the left foot all the way through, framing the feet with the hands, lowering the right knee. As we inhale here, we're going to come up into our low lunge, rising the hands high, drawing the shoulder blades down and back. Breathing into our fire center in our stomach, creating heat in our body. Ensuring that we're scissoring both of the legs together, so we're drawing the front thigh back into the hip, and we're squaring the hips up to the front of the wall. Inhale here, reach, exhale, opening up through the chest, heart opener, squeezing the shoulder blades. Inhale to reach high towards the sky. Exhale, coming into our heart opener. We've got 2 more of these. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze, opening through the chest, shoulders down and back. Last one here. Inhale, reach. Exhale, squeeze, opening through the chest. Inhale, hands towards the sky. Exhale, lowering the hands down, shaping the foot, tucking the right toe under, straightening the back right knee. Inhale, allowing the chest to hover off of the front thigh. And as we exhale, we're going to press up firmly into our warrior 1. Taking a deep breath in here, finding our stillness, ensuring we're pressing through all 4 points of the front heel. So the heel, the big toe, and the pinky. The knee is slightly pressed out, and our hips are as square as they can be. On our next inhale, we're going to find our warrior 2 pose. So twisting on the back foot, the back leg is straight. We're sinking down into our front thigh. Reaching through the arms, eyes are gazing at the middle finger. Breathe in here into the belly as we exhale, softening. Relaxing the shoulders. Creating strength as we find stillness in our warrior 2 pose. On our next inhalation, opening up through the front of the left hand, we're going to slowly straighten the front leg. And as we exhale, we're going to pull our left hand forward as we push our right hip back and windmilling the arms down into our triangle pose. Beautiful. Opening up through the right side of the body. Regression here is not going as low. To progress, we're going to allow ourselves to reach down towards the heel, ensuring that we're keeping a nice flat table between our right hip and our rib. Breathing in here. As we exhale, we're going to slowly bend the left leg as we twist our hands back down to shape the foot, Coming up into our back right toe. Inhale, opening through the chest. Exhale, finding our downward facing dog. So stepping back into our downward dog. Beautiful. We're going to do the same on the other side. So as we inhale, our right leg comes high towards the sky. Exhale, bringing our right knee in and squeeze. Inhale, three-legged dog. Exhale, right knee in and hold. Finding strength. Final one, inhale, three-legged dog, pressing through the chest. Exhale, coming in and holding. Inhale here. Exhale, allowing our feet to be shaped by our hand as we drop our back left knee. Beautiful. Inhale, raising the hands up. Ensuring that we're scissoring our legs together. The heel is under the right knee. Exhale, coming into our heart opener. Inhale to reach. Exhale to squeeze those elbows down into the hips. Inhale to reach high. Exhale, squeeze, open the chest. Hips are square. Final one here. Inhale to reach. Exhale to squeeze. Beautiful work, guys. Inhale, reach high. As we exhale, hands come down. Tuck the back toe under, straighten the leg, and press up with strength into our warrior one. Inhale here, finding strength and balance. Ensuring that we're pressing through all 4 points of the front feet. That's awesome, guys. Looking good. Finding my balance. One last breath here. Inhale. As we exhale, slowly coming into our warrior two. So ensuring that our back foot is a 45-degree angle. And we're pressing our weight onto the outside of the back foot. The front knee is slightly angled out, and we're pressing through the heel, the big toe, and the pinky. Creating strength in our warrior two. Inhale, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, reach through the hands. Eyes gaze at the middle finger. And on every exhale, allowing our body to soften into our pose as we create strength and heat in our thighs and our arms. One last inhale here, opening the front right hand. As we exhale, slowly straighten the front leg, pulling our body forward, pulling the left hip back with the string, circling the arms down into a triangle. Beautiful. Inhale into the belly. We want to imagine that we're pulling the right hip in to the right thigh, creating a nice straight table between our rib and our hip. Regression, if we have a sore shoulder today, is to place the hand on the hip. Inhale, one last breath here. As we exhale, finding our way back down, shaping the feet with our hands, twisting on the back toe, and stepping back into our downward facing dog. Awesome work, guys. Taking a nice deep breath in here. So we're going to go through this flow twice on either side, and we're going to include a sun salutation in the middle. So I'll guide you guys through it every step of the way, bringing our awareness to our breath and allowing our breath to guide our body. So inhale here into the belly, exhale, nice, long, deep release. Inhale, left leg comes high. Exhale, bringing the left foot all the way through into a high lunge, dropping the knee if we need to. Inhale, raising up into our warrior one. Exhale, finding our warrior two. Beautiful. Inhale here for 2 breaths. As we exhale, allowing our body to soften just that little bit more, finding strength. Inhale here. Exhale, opening the front palm, straightening the leg. Inhale, slowly bringing our body forward as we exhale, finding our triangle. Inhale here for 2 breaths, breathing into the belly. On our next inhalation, we're going to slowly bend the front knee as we circle our arms down, twisting at the back toe. We're going to bring our left foot back into a high plank. Inhale, toes or knees. Exhale, pressing forward, finding our chaturanga, hugging the elbows into the ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, finding our downward facing dog. Beautiful. Inhale here. Raise the right leg high towards the sky. Exhale, bringing our right foot all the way through to our high lunge. Inhale, holding the chest off the thigh. Exhale, drop the knee if we need to, or pressing up into our warrior 1. Inhale, warrior 2. Finding 2 breaths here. Finding strength. On our next exhale, opening through the front hands, straightening the front leg. Inhale, shifting our body weight forward. Exhale, circling into our triangle. Inhale into the belly. Exhale, slowly bending the front leg as we bring our hands back down towards the mat, finding our plank. Inhale, exhale, knees or toes, finding our chaturanga. Elbows hug in towards the ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, sinking back into our downward facing dog. Beautiful work, guys. Inhale here for 1 breath. I'm going to go through 1 more on each side. You're doing great. Inhale, left leg towards the sky. Exhale, stepping forward into our high or low lunge. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, warrior 2. Creating length and strength. Inhale, opening the front hand, straightening the thigh. Exhale, shifting our body weight forward, pulling the hip back, circling the hands into our triangle. Inhale, straight, bending the front knee, slowly circling the hands down, finding our high lunge. Exhale, stepping back into our high plank. Inhale here. Exhale, finding our chaturanga, elbows into the ribs. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, downward facing dog. Beautiful. 1 more side, guys. You're doing great. Finding the breath. Slowing down if you need to. Allowing the breath to move the body. Inhale, right leg high towards the sky. Exhale, pressing our right foot all the way through. Inhale, warrior 1. Exhale, warrior 2. Inhale here, find stillness. Exhale, opening the front hands, straightening the front leg. Inhale, shifting forward. Exhale, triangle. Inhale, bending the front knee, shaking the hands around the feet. Exhale, stepping back into our plank, finding our final chaturanga. Inhale here. Exhale, lowering down. Inhale, upward facing dog or cobra. Exhale, finding our downward dog. Remembering our safe pose is our child's pose if we need. Inhale here. Exhale, bending at the knees, eyes gazing forward, stepping or jumping forward into our forward fold. Beautiful. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, release back down. Inhale, bending at the knees, opening up into our chair pose. Hands can come to the heart if they need. We're pressing through all 4 points of the feet, creating strength and heat through the thighs. Arms are up by the ears, shoulders are down and back. Slowing down our breath. Inhale into the belly. Exhale the heat from the body. 2 more breaths here. Inhale. 1 more breath. Inhale. Exhale, hands come to the heart center as we use the strength of our thighs to press all the way up. Beautiful. Inhale here, finding stillness in our mountain pose. Exhale, hinging back at the hips as we find our forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, allowing the hands to come all the way down to the mat. Step or jump back into a high plank. Inhale, holding here for 3 breaths, pressing up through the fingers, creating a nice flat back through the shoulders. Exhale the heat from the body. Inhale, breathe the heat back into the body, feeling the stillness and the strength. One last breath here. And as we exhale, lower down towards the knees, shifting back. The knees are going to come directly under the hips. The toes are going to point. We're going to come into our puppy dog. So a more higher child's pose. Walking the fingers out towards the front of the mat and allowing the hands and the elbows to sink down, resting the head. Oh. Beautiful work, guys. One more breath here. Inhale. As we exhale, walking our hands back all the way into our child's pose. Beautiful. Bringing our awareness into how our body is feeling. The heat running through our body. Breathing into our belly. And as we exhale, allowing our body to start to soften, slow down our heart rate. Feeling our stomach raise on every inhalation. Feeling it fall on every exhalation. On our next inhale, pulling our body forward gently. We're going to walk our feet around, sitting onto our sit bones. Hugging the knees into the chest. Slowly rolling our spine down onto the mat. Bringing the knees in all the way. We're going to come into our happy baby, our dead bug. We will call it something different. So we're going to bring the hands to the inside of the knees. And the hands are going to come on the outside of the feet. Opening up into our happy baby. Allowing our back to relax down on the floor. Closing down the eyes here. We're just going to ensure that our tailbone is still connected to the floor as best as we can. And as we inhale, we're going to slightly bring some warmth to the arms as we pull the shoulders down into the mat. And we slightly pull the knees and the feet down into the shoulders. And as we exhale, we're going to slightly push the feet away from our body. So we're creating a bit of a pull-push resistance here. So as we inhale, we're just very gently pulling those feet and the knees down. And as we exhale, we're just very gently pushing away. What this does is it warms up the muscles and allows us to get deeper into our stretch, especially into the hips. As women, this is a very great stretch to open up through the hips. And just ensuring our shoulders and our neck is nice and soft and relaxed as well. Breathing into the belly. So find one more breath here. Long, deep exhalation. Slowly bring the heels back down towards the hips, hugging the knees, back in towards the chest, and just gently rolling around on the spine. That's great. Well done, ladies. And coming into our final pose until we come into our Shavasana as our spinal twist. So we're going to do this one slightly differently to how we normally do. So with the knees hugged into the chest, we're going to lift our left leg up nice and straight towards the sky. And we're going to cross the left leg all the way over the right, tucking the right knee into the back of the left. Now we're going to bring our right hands. I'm going to bring our right hands on the outside of the left knee and the right knee. And we're just going to slowly allow our body to fall over towards the right hand side of the body. And our left arm is going to straighten out towards the opposite side, opening up through the chest. The right hand is going to gently rest on the left leg. Now, if this is a little bit too strong for you, you can uncross the legs and just have them sitting on top of each other, whichever feels best for your practice this morning. I invite us now to close down our eyes, and the eyes are going to gaze towards the left hand. Breathing in to the digestive system and all of our organs. And as we exhale, allowing this beautiful spinal twist to release any tension, any toxins that we're holding in our mid-body at the moment. Inhaling into any tightness in the back of the hips. Exhale, imagine that cobwebby fascia that sits around the muscles to start to release. Finding one last breath here. And on our slow exhalation, we're going to gently and softly return back to the center of the body, uncrossing the legs. And in our own time, on our next inhalation, we're going to raise our right leg up, cross the right leg all the way over, and finding our spinal twist on the other side as we exhale. As our right hand is out straight, eyes gaze at the right hand, closing down the eyes. As we send our breath into our mid-body, around our digestive system, our organs, and our thoracic spine. As we exhale, allowing any tension, tightness to leave the body through the breath. Breathing into any tightness in the back of the hips, and envisioning through our mind's eye this cobwebby fascia around the muscles start to release on every exhale. So find one last inhalation here. And as we slowly release the breath from the body, gently guiding our knees back into the center, hugging the knees into the chest and just rolling around gently on the spine. That's it. Well done, guys. Taking a deep breath in, and as we exhale, preparing our body for our Shavasana. Either bringing the feet wide on the mat, knees are guided into the middle, or else we can come all the way down into our corpse pose. And closing down the eyes, ensuring our body is comfortable, moving the hands and the feet if we need to. Closing down our eyes now and taking a nice deep breath in through the nose into the belly. And as we exhale through the mouth, I invite a sigh or sound to prepare our body to relax. And for this morning's meditation, I'm going to guide you guys through a short breath work sequence called box breathing. So we're going to inhale through the nose for 4. We're going to hold at the breath retention for 4. We're going to release for 4. and hold for 4. All you're required to do is listen to my voice and focus on the sensations of the breath as you're inhaling and exhaling. Taking a deep breath out, now releasing all the oxygen. I'm going to begin in 3, 2, 1. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4, and out, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Keep going. In, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. And in, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. Out, 2, 3, 4. Hold, 2, 3, 4. In. Continuing with your breath. At hold. Out. Hold. In. Continuing with your box breathing at your pace. Hold. Out. Hold. Now counting in your own mind. Final sequence. In. Hold. Out. And hold. Holding our breath on the breath retention. Noticing how our body is feeling. Noticing the stillness in the mind. Taking a deep breath in, breathing out the life from the center of the body. And a long, deep exhalation. Now as we lay here for the last minute, just allowing and giving our body that extra permission to soften and relax. Noticing the different sounds that we hear. And as we take nice deep inhalation through the nose, coming back to our regular breathing, starting to bring our awareness back into the space that we're laying. As we breathe in, starting to wiggle the fingers slowly and just noticing how as we move each finger, different sensations that it starts to wake up in our body. Slowly wiggling each toe, noticing the different feeling that brings to our body. Starting to wake up different parts of the body. When we're ready, as we inhale, reaching the hands up above us for a nice long stretch. And as we exhale, when we're ready, I invite us to keep our eyes closed, slowly rolling over to either our right or left side of the body, whichever feels more comfortable. Just being slow and soft with our body as it starts to wake back up. And on our next inhale, and when we're ready, we're going to slowly come up into our seated position, keeping our eyes closed. I'd like us to place both of our hands on our heart center. And once we find in our seated position with our eyes closed, our hands are on our heart. Taking a deep breath in and bringing our awareness to the sensations of the heart, and just bringing into our thoughts something that we're grateful for in this moment. And feeling that sensation of gratitude expand under our hands into our heart. And thanking ourselves again for showing up to our practice, for choosing our body of nourishment, for choosing our health, and setting our intention of continuing our day from this feeling, from this sensation, from this frequency in our body, from gratitude. Thank you for showing up to your practice. I appreciate you. Please reach out if you have any questions. Namaste.
Thank you, Sarhan. And also, can you remind them about breathwork tonight?
It was amazing.
Yes, so we are running our first breathwork and meditation session at 7 p.m. Australian Eastern Standard Time, Megan and I, and at 9 p.m. New Zealand Standard Time. So we can't wait to see you guys there. It's going to be a great introduction to breathwork, relieving stress, anxiety, and just really optimizing our health so that we can get an incredible sleep as well at nighttime. So we're really excited to see you guys there, and bring your family and friends along as well. 7 p.m. Australian time, 9 p.m. New Zealand time.
Beautiful. And it'll be live fed into the Vulcan Steel community group. And we would love everybody to be on for tonight. There's not a better time to do breath work. Kate, I'm looking at you over there.
I'll be there.
Thank you so much, Sarhan. That was beautiful.
You're welcome, guys. Thank you.
We'll show you our view over here.
Wow. Look at that. Magic.
See you guys.
Bye, guys. Enjoy your day.
Best way to start your day. You.